Hello everyone, welcome back to Module 3, Session 7. Module 3 consists of operational amplifier, the whole syllabus, going through the whole syllabus here, introduction to operational amplifier, op-amp input modes, op-amp parameters such as CMRR, input offset voltage, input offset current, input bias current, input bias voltage, input impedance, output impedance, slew rate, unity gain bandwidth, gain bandwidth product, total harmonic distortion, and transient responses. These are the few operational amplifier parameters we have seen. Then after seeing the operational parameters, op-amp parameters, we slightly moved on to the applications of an op-amp. The applications of an op-amp is not just listing out, but we have seen how the application can be used as an inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, adder or a summer, voltage follower and an integrator. Till last session we have seen this. Next, moving on to further, we'll just cover up two more applications, that is a differentiator and a comparator. To recall, as I told you, op-amp can be used as an inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, voltage follower, adder or summer, integrator, differentiator and comparator. This is just to recall all the applications. The left out two applications are the differentiator and the comparator. Okay, going on to the differentiator application. A differentiator amplifier is basically a high pass filter and are used in wave shaping circuits, frequency modulators, etc. For additional definition, we can tell that the basic operational amplifier differentiator circuit produces an output signal which is the first derivative of the input signal. This is the circuit of a differentiator, and in the circuit of an integrator, to recall, here if you remember, here capacitor was there in the integrator, but in a differentiator here resistor was there, and in the integrator here resistor was there, but in the differentiator here capacitor is there. It means that the R and C are interchanged, whereas the other circuit remains intact, and this is called as a virtual ground. Here the circuit here, which is this, here it produces a virtual ground, and this voltage at this will be always zero. From the concept of the virtual ground, the two input terminals are of the same potential. Therefore, the potential at node A from the circuit is also zero, or that is G is equal to 0. In ideal cases, the differentiator reverses the effect of the integrator on a waveform, and conversely. Okay, hence they are most commonly used in wave shaping circuits to detect the high frequency components in an input signal. Differentiators are an important part of the electronic real-time application computers in any analog or digital form. Okay, so differentiator is basically an operational amplifier, which is a differential circuit, produces an output signal which is a first derivative. As I told you, it is a first derivative of the input signals. Okay, so the operational amplifier circuit will perform any mathematical operation of the differentiation. Okay, that is it produces a voltage output which is directly proportional to the input's voltage rate of change with respect to time. So this concept is called as differentiation. The operational amplifier circuit which performs the differentiation, that is a mathematical operation using an electronic circuitry. Okay, the basic operational amplifier differentiator circuit produces an output signal which is the first derivative of the input signal, is called as a differentiator. Now you can see here, and the equation for this is the output voltage V naught is equal to minus RC into dV by dt, minus RC divided by dV by dt. Why minus is because the Vin is connected here, whereas plus terminal is grounded. Okay, so these are the different op-amp differentiator waveforms. This is the input signal. If the input signal is a square wave, the output signal will be in terms of spice. And equation for this also, when we derive, we get it as V naught is equal to minus RC into dV by dt. If it is a triangular wave, after differentiating, that is the first derivative, we get as a rectangular. Next, sine will change into the cosine. Okay, these are the different op-amp differentiator waveforms, and the derivation for this also is very important, very easy, like we have seen for your integrator circuit. The here next the output voltage the voltage output for the operational amplifier differentiator can be determined from the relationship like this. As I told you, V naught is equal to, or V out is equal to minus RC into dV in by dt, where V out is equal to output voltage from op-amp differentiator, V in is equal to input voltage, T is equal to time in second, R resistor value in the differentiator, that is a first derivative we have to take in ohms, C is equal to capacitance of differentiator, that is capacitor is in farads, dV in by dt is a rate of change of voltage with time. Okay, so as mentioned here, differentiators have issues with noise and sometimes instabilities at high frequency as a result of the gain and also the internal phase shift within the operational amplifier. So here you have the op-amp application. One of the important op-amp application is differentiator. Please note that don't be confused between integrator and differentiator. Integrator, the feedback will be capacitor, whereas in differentiator the feedback will be a resistor. Okay, and in an integrator the input will be a resistor, whereas in differentiator the input will be a capacitor, and this differentiator will give the the output signal will give the first derivative of the input signal, whereas the integrator will give the integral form of the input signal, the output signal. Okay, so these are the different ways or the equation which can be derived for a differentiator. Coming to the applications of an op-amp differentiator, here a differentiator circuit is essential for a high pass filter. It can generate a square wave from a triangular wave. Here it can generate a square wave. Okay, it can generate a square wave or a rectangular wave from a triangular wave. Hence it is a high pass filter. Okay, altering and next it can generate a spikes from the input square wave. Similarly, cosine from a sine. So these are the different output signal with respect to the input signal. Hence they are mostly used in the wave shaping circuit to detect high frequency components in an input signal. Differentiators are an important part of an electronic or an computer analog or digital format using the controllers also. Okay, they are also used in frequency modulators as a change of detector. So differentiating amplifier are most commonly designed to operate triangular and rectangular signals. Differentiator also find applications as wave shaping circuits to detect high frequency components in the input signal. This is one of the application, op-amp application as a differentiator. Coming back to the last application of an op-amp, that is the comparator. Here, comparator means it is used to sense the arbitrary varying input signal reaches the reference level or a defined threshold level. Okay, with the comparator can be designed by using various components like diodes, transistors and op-amps. These diodes, transistor or op-amps frame or form the active component of the circuit, whereas the adjoining components like resistor, capacitor, they form the passive components of the circuit. The comparator, with reference to the op-amp comparator circuit, here you can have two reference voltages V1 and V2 at the input side, and you can compare between V1 and V2 whether they are equal, or V1 is greater than V2 or V2 is greater than V1. Then the comparator can be used to get the required output voltage by comparing the input signals V1 and V2. Okay, the comparators find many applications in the real-time electronic applications, that is used to drive a logic circuit. So bistable output that indicates which two inputs has a higher voltage, that is V0. As I told you, if V1 is equal to V2, then the output is 0. If V1 is less than V2, V1 is at plus terminal, V2 is at minus terminal. So if the voltage V1 is less than V2, that is a voltage at plus terminal is less than the voltage at the minus terminal, then it will produce the voltage negative, that is Vs minus. Here these are the supply voltages. Okay, supply voltages which is given at pin number 7 and pin number 4. Now the other way, if V1 is greater than V2 voltage, the voltage level at plus or the non-inverting terminal is higher than the voltage at the inverting terminal, the output will produce a positive supply voltages. Okay, the supply voltages means here pin number 7, pin number 4, where pin number 7 is connected to plus VCC, pin number 4 is minus VEA, as we have to recall in the pin diagram of an op-amp in our first session. Okay, so the supply voltages are not being shown here, but still we can compare the input voltages from which is given from to the inverting and non-inverting terminal. From this figure, by using this table, we can calculate the output. Next, for example, if there are analog inputs, here Vin is applied and at the Vin is applied at the plus terminal, that is non-inverting terminal, and negative voltage is applied at then here we tell Vin is greater, because this has positive voltage. Vin is greater at plus terminal of an op-amp, whereas then if Vin is greater at the plus terminal of an op-amp, then the output will be in the plus VCC, because Vin is greater. Why Vin is greater? Because it is at the plus terminal. So if Vin is greater than V reference, then V0 is equal to the supply voltage VCC. Next, if Vin is less than the V reference, then the output will be equal to the negative supply voltages minus VCC, and this is shown graphically here, where there will be a change in this normal region. Here you can see there is a normal region, and where at exactly the supply voltage VCC, it goes to the saturation both at the positive and negative peaks, that is plus VCC and minus VCC, and this region is called as a normal region. And here positive quadrant, that is the first quadrant, this Vin is greater than V reference, whereas in the third quadrant Vin is less than V reference. Okay, so this is the comparator. This is one of the op-amp application. It is very interesting to know all the applications of an op-amp. Okay, now where all can we use this comparator? We can use the comparator, that is applications of the comparator in null detectors, zero crossing detectors, relaxation oscillator, level shifter, A to D converter, that is analog to digital converter, and the window detector. So these are the some of the applications of the comparator. Okay, and these are the few references which have mentioned as earlier. You can refer to any prescribed textbook to get more information and to get the derivation or the more problems based on these op-amp applications. Okay, thank you.